KCAU9 Sports.
What's poppin', Siouxland? I'm Alexander Huddleston. Happy Saturday and welcome back to sports. It's a rainy day for sports, but before the clouds rolled in, Woodbury Central faced off with Pocahontas area and their softball invitational. It's been almost a year to the day since these two teams matched up, with the Indians taking the win 10-1 last June 14th. Jump to the 6th, Wildcats up 1-0, and let's make it 2. Lexi Gilbert smacks one all the way to Kingsley. Just like that, the Cats make the hole a little deeper with a 2-run lead. But the Indians would answer right back in the bottom of the inning. Katie Rierson would ground out at first, but also pull in the first score for Pocahontas, courtesy of Danica Draith. But bottom of the 7th, Indians need a score to tie. Jada Dolan puts it in play in the outfield. Emma Sabatka comes home for the tie, and we go to extra innings. Wildcats wouldn't score in the top of the inning, so now it's up to Pocahontas. Line drive to third. The throw home forces the out, but the catcher goes for the double play, and it's off target. Draith books it for home, and the Indians steal a 3-2 win on the road. Now, the U.S. men's national team kicked off their World Cup journey with a bang. The team beat Paraguay 4-1 in the first game of the tournament. Next, our reporter Troy Hirsch reports from Los Angeles and how the team is feeling after Game 1.
The Stars and Stripes could not have asked for a better way to start their first World Cup on home soil in 32 years. In front of a full house of more than 70,000 fans, the U.S. dominated possession against Paraguay, and using the aggressive style installed by head coach Mauricio Pochettino, they attacked at every opportunity and created several scoring chances, resulting in 3 goals before halftime. Fowler and Balogun, making his World Cup debut, netted 2 goals and showed why the U.S. worked so hard to recruit him to their team.
I'm over the moon, 3 goals in the first half of the opening game of the World Cup, on home soil. It's just fantastic. So I'm delighted with everything. What a beautiful occasion, what a beautiful evening, and just looking forward to the next one.
And Gio Reyna capped off the night in stoppage time, giving the U.S. a 4-goal game for the first time in their World Cup history.
We're obviously just thrilled with the first game, but yeah, it's just one game done. We understand that. The next 2 games are just going to be just as tough and intense as it was tonight.
The only real concern for the U.S. came when Christian Pulisic got kicked in the back of the left leg in the first half and was subbed out at halftime. He said afterwards that he didn't think it was anything serious, and he also said now they could take a deep breath and relax after getting 3 points in their first match. The U.S. will now continue pool play when they head up to Seattle to take on Australia next Friday. With the U.S. soccer team in Los Angeles, I'm Troy Hirsch.
Now, what a win for the U.S., but how about a win for the Explorers? The Explorers on Friday night stunned fans, coming back from an 8-run deficit to win on a 2-run walk-off homer. After allowing 8 runs in the first inning, it looked to be a tough day for Sioux City, but jumped to the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. Braulio Vasquez helps tie the game with a single that allowed Henry George to round the bases all the way home and score. Then next at bat is Alberto Osuna, who drives it home for the X's to win 13-11. An unbelievable, gritty win for Sioux City after a 2-game skid. And that does it for sports. Oh, wait, it actually doesn't. No, if you missed the excitement last night, don't worry. They're taking on the Railroaders again right now. So tune in or head to the ballpark, and let's check. It was still a 0-0 ball game in the top of the first. We'll have highlights tonight at 10. Now that does it for sports.
Yeah, well, let's give it a little more time. I'm sure that 0-0 will move up a little bit.
And, hey, if they fall behind, we can have another crazy game like last night.
Exactly. Hopefully they can keep that momentum up, take down Cleburne. Now, my question for you is, do you stop by the concession stand when you go to the games ever?
I have not.
They've got good stuff. They've got good stuff. Tater waves. You're missing the tater waves at the Explorers.
Guess I'll have to check that out tonight.
You got to get the concession stand food. It's like going to the movies and not getting popcorn.
I guess that is pretty strange.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
We'll be right back after the break, and here's a look around Siouxland.
Now, KCAU9 Sports.
What is poppin', Siouxland? Welcome to sports. If you're just joining us, or if you're even still awake, Game 5, first off, good morning. Second of all, Game 5 of the NBA Finals wrapped up a little bit before we went on air, and just like almost every game of this series, it was absolute cinema. The New York Knicks played from behind almost all game until late in the fourth quarter. Jalen Brunson drove to the net and scored on a floater to finally give New York its first lead since the first quarter. This game went all the way until the buzzer, and It's the New York Knicks winning their first NBA title since 1973, beating the Spurs in Game 5, 94-90. Jalen Brunson scores 45 points, earning himself Finals MVP. And ladies and gentlemen, last night, we saw a New York sports legend be born. Anyway, meanwhile, back in Sioux City, the Explorers look to take a second win in their series with the Claiborne Railroaders after a thrilling win on Friday. Jump the action. Here's the pitch, and it's cracked deep into the outfield, but it's Austin Davis with the hustle play to track it down for the flyout. One inning later, another great defensive play. Ball drives to Zane Denton. He tags third and slings to first for the double play. Sioux City doing their best to keep it tied at 2. Later, X is looking to cut into a 3-2 deficit, pitch off target, and off goes Braulio Vasquez from first. He rounds second and heads for third, safe on the slide. But the X's can't catch up and drop the Railroaders 7-3.
KCAU 9 Sports.
What is poppin'? I'm Alexander Huddleston. Happy Sunday and welcome to sports. The Explorers wrap up their 3-game series today with the Claiborne Railroaders, who they came back with 8 runs and beat on Friday, then fell yesterday 7-3. With the series tied 1-1, a win today would be a series win for the X's. Scoreless through the second, Alberto Osuna bounces it down the middle. Easy field for the shortstop, but no, he misses it, and no one is there to back him up. Braulio Vasquez takes the opportunity and goes off to third, which is going to set him up perfectly. Jackson Vandenbrink steps up to bat, cracks one deep, looks to have the distance, but it's going to drop for the fly out. However, Vasquez trots home for the first score of the game. Next inning, Railroaders looking to answer, and Elliott Good picks up. He says, "Don't call again," tagging second, slinging it to first for the double play to help the X's get off the field. This one still going on in that last check. The X's lead 5-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Now let's take a look at our Sports Zone top 5 plays of the week. Another great week in Siouxland sports. Let's jump to number 5. Number 5, we had Tehelan taking on Easton baseball. Top of the 2nd, Nathan Gassman on the pitch. Frankie Stews tees off. One hopper to the wall. Frank with a tank. Good for an RBI triple. Now, number 4, we got North taking on SBL in softball. Pitch smacked out of the park by Kaylin Winter. The senior takes the multi-run homer with her to help her team dominate the Warriors 16-6. Number 3, it's still soccer season for Siouxland United. Outlaws in the cross, goes off the foot of Abdamouni Abdallah. Siouxland United strikes first. Number 2, Pocahontas area takes Woodbury Central to extra innings. Line drive to third. The throw home forces the out, but the catcher goes for the double play, and it's off target. Danica Draith books it for home, and the Indians steal a 3-2 win on the road. But our top play of the week belongs to the X's on Friday night. They come back 8 runs to tie it in the 9th, and with 2 outs, Alberto Osuna drives it home for the X's to win 13-11 on the walk-off homer. Now, all over New York, fans are soaking it all in as the NBA Finals has come to an end, and the New York Knicks have been crowned as champions. ABC's Trevor Alt has the latest.
It's over! It's over! Knick fans, this is not a dream!
This morning, a 53-year drought has come to an end.
The Knicks are finally NBA champions once again!
The New York Knicks clinching their first championship since 1973, completing another fourth-quarter double-digit comeback to take down Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs in a stunning Game 5.
These tears are tears of joy, and they are well-deserved.
In what was a struggle offensively all night for both teams, Jalen Brunson playing like the king of New York.
Brunson drives, Brunson shoots, ties the game!
He finished the game with 45 points, 15 of them in the fourth quarter.
The floater's up and good! Jalen Brunson with another answer!
Jalen, embraced by his father and Knicks assistant coach Rick Brunson, sharing that championship moment.
What does it mean to you to get to experience this with your dad alongside you?
The world. To be able to do this with him, I would not trade it for anything.
In the 5 NBA Finals games, Brunson averaged 32 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals, earning him the honor of the Finals' most valuable player.
Obviously, we accomplished one thing that I had written down for a long time, and it means the world to me.
And Karl Anthony Towns met by his fiancee Jordan Woods to celebrate, getting his hands on the championship trophy.
I know you picked up that trophy. You haven't put it down for quite some time. I imagine you're not going to be putting it down anytime soon.
Hell nah. I told JB before, he'll go get his MVP, I'll go get the trophy. We made a deal.
Towns also remembering his late mother, who passed away from COVID in 2020.
When the adrenaline and the cheers subside, I wish I had a chance to hug my mother in this. But I know that she's here with me. She's giving me the hug. Energy never dies. The physical may not be here, but the energy never dies. The spirit's always here. So
Now the celebration continues as the team heads back to an electrified New York City that can't wait to welcome them home.
What does New York mean to you?
Every day.
Now, speaking of champions, coming up here on ABC and ESPN, you can catch Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals with the Hurricanes visiting Vegas to face the Knights. Canes lead the series 3-2 and look to seal the deal tonight. Puck drops at 7 p.m.
And, you know, as much as I, congratulations to the Knicks, but I was rooting for the Spurs. But that was a good series, though.
Oh, it was like I said last night or this morning, absolute cinema. So,
cinema indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Alex. We'll be back for a final look at the forecast.
KCAU 9 Sports.
What is poppin' to them? Welcome back to sports. It has been a very exciting weekend in the sports world with the NBA Finals ending last night and the Stanley Cup Finals ending tonight between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Las Vegas Golden Knights. The Canes went into the night with a 3-2 series lead, but in front of them were the Vegas Knights at home. That played no role in the Game 6 matchup. Taylor Hall opened up the scoring late in the first period. Then in the second, Jackson Blake got himself a goal. And in desperation time for the Knights, they pulled their goalie late. And the third goal came from Nikolaj Ehlers, driving the dagger with the empty net score to beat the Knights 3-0. Team captain Jordan Stahl there became the oldest player to earn the Conn Smythe Trophy with his 5 Stanley Cup final goals. For the Canes, this is their second Stanley Cup in club history and first since 2006. Very exciting for them. But while we're on the topic of championships, we had some national champions right here in Siouxland over the week. Meet the Midwest Elite 16s, a girls volleyball squad made up of some of the best 16 and under volleyball players across Siouxland. This week, the club earned their 6th national title and their 2nd straight after winning the USAV 16 Club National Championship in Columbus, Ohio. Congrats, girls, on the huge honor.